Yeah, cheers, Adam, and good evening, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Adam Zabel, and delighted to be speaking with you this evening. So, I work as part of the enterprise sales team at Global App Testing, and let's be honest, no one came here to hear me pitch my product or talk about a subject to an audience that you know way more than I do about. So, good news, I'm not going to. That is your area of expertise. What I'd like to share with you over the next few minutes are some learnings about what I've experienced speaking to thousands of people in my career who have been trying to capture the attention of their senior leaders, gain the trust and investment from the business, and ultimately demonstrate the value that they personally and their team bring to the organization. So hopefully I can share a different perspective that may help you build additional localization advocacy from both your peers and leadership teams. So the reality is that each department is competing for two key leadership resources: budget and attention. Now, from marketing, engineering, research, insight, everybody argues that their specific role and responsibilities are towards the top, if not at the summit, of what should be the business's priorities to address. Now, here's a question for the audience. How many of you on this call use words like syntax or idiom or translation when it comes to outlining some of the business critical reasons behind why localization needs to be prioritized for budget? Most people write business cases based on what they want for themselves. I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. We've all done it. It rarely works and often fails. So I've spoken to over 100 localization leaders from Google, Disney, boutique agencies, and the consensus is that the value localization brings to each department is still a fairly misunderstood concept. Is there a clear definition? Is it translating an app word for word? Is it defining a go-to-market strategy for a new country? Is it ensuring that you're both, user-centric, creating a local experience for global users while also still delivering the core value proposition of a product? If you're attempting to articulate the value of localization without prioritizing how your team directly aligns to what the business cares about the most, you're not going to succeed. So that brings me on to building your value story. So what could be done to better articulate the value of localization internally and ultimately beat out that internal competition of other departments for both budget and executive attention? What we've seen most resonate for localization teams is that their desired initiatives are presented to senior leadership as outcomes rather than problems. No other part of the business will care about localization more than the localization team. If a business case is solely presented through this lens, you will consistently struggle to capture the imagination of senior stakeholders. So, where does localization sit within your business? Does it sit under product, QA, engineering, insight, research? Who do they report into? Put yourselves in the shoes of these leaders and focus on A, what do they care about? B, how are they measured? And C, how is what you are doing and want to do directly aligned to those two key factors? Based on what we're seeing across the localization community, each successful initiative has two consistent traits: a value story focusing on company goals beyond solely the localization team, and a clear understanding of three essential factors: metrics, the economic buyer, and pain. I can go into more, but I'm conscious that my time is almost up. Thank you for tolerating a sales guy for 5 minutes. And if you're interested, I have created a one-page business case template that my customers have used successfully. I'm happy to share. If you'd like a copy, feel free to message me on email, adam.zabel@globalapptesting.com, or via LinkedIn. So thank you for your time. I look forward to listening to and learning from my fellow speakers. Thank you.